there, this is Ursula, and I'm excited to practice with you again as we're coming into a cross-legged position. And then we make a circle with our lower back to warm up the spine about 3 times in each direction. It's going to be an all-seated practice today. Inhale your arms, cactus, as you exhale. Inhale, exhale deep, bringing your shoulders onto your back and reaching your chest to the ceiling. We're going to twist here to the right side first and then over to the left side. Make sure your spine is nice and tall and you're twisting from above the navel. We go 3 times on each side. Nothing deep yet, just an easy twist. And then we're going to come forward here again. And this time we uncross the legs and just laying the left leg close to the groin and the right leg in front so they are not crossing. Nice and relaxing. And then we walk our hands and arms forward. You may use a block if you have one handy, or just letting your head relax naturally. Just 2 or 3 breaths. Then we're going to walk out here, everything over that right knee, gently pressing the left hip down with our hands. Long flat spine here. Letting that low back lengthening and opening the hips. And then we come back to center and straighten out that right leg. Not straight forward, more diagonal to the side. Inhaling and twisting the chest over that right leg and lengthening forward again. Use your hands to balance and keeping here your left knee and your left sit bones pressed down onto the mat. The right foot is flexed and engaged. So we're lengthening and stretching the hamstrings. The lower back and the hips. Let's come back up. And I'm going to grab a block from here to demonstrate that you can lay that under your forearm. Or you're taking your right hand and sliding a few fingers behind your Achilles tendon. And then gently pressing that knee further down, lengthening that spine away. And opening here the chest a little bit towards the ceiling. Let your head float automatically or organically along. It's just a deeper stretch for the hamstring and the side body and hips. I love, love, love hip opening practices. They're so good for the entire lower body. And then now we bring in the right leg in and laying the left leg in front and walk forward once more. You can use the block here. Vertical, horizontal, or flat, or none under your forehead. 2 to 3 breaths. So this is not a yin practice, this is a regular yang practice, so we don't hold the poses too long because we have quite a couple poses to go to, but the body will be grateful for all those different poses. So here we're leaning away now over that left knee, pressing maybe gently that right knee down, coming diagonal into our stretch or twist, lengthening here that lower back in particularly. And then we're lengthening out diagonally here that left leg. Inhale, long spine, twist a little bit, and then coming forward over that left leg. You can press that right knee a bit down. Be easy, be gentle. And then using your hands here to guide you along for your balance. Again, use a block or on your forearms, sliding a few fingers behind your Achilles tendon. And then leaning back here, long spine, open that top shoulder. Let your head slightly fall back and breathe. And we kind of come out of this. Bring the legs forward and shake them out here real briefly. And then we're bringing here again the legs forward, adjusting and then bending this time that left knee under so the foot is by the hip. So adjust that front bent leg to your comfort level and then coming backwards a bit onto your hands. If you have great flexibility, you can come all the way onto the floor with your torso. We're stretching here the hip flexor and the quad of the left knee or leg. I'm taking this really easy on the first one, or come onto your forearms. You're going to feel that stretch real quickly. It's a deeper stretch. Make sure that knee is not lifting and you somewhat squaring the hips the best you can. And coming back up. Shake out your knees, your legs, and we're going to repeat this to the other side. I'm taking first a seat, and then I'm bending now that right knee under, so the right foot is by my hip, and then find a comfortable position. It's like a zigzag sitting mermaid seat kind of. And then walk your hands back, maybe coming right away on your elbows. Usually the second side stretches deeper and faster. And I'm going to come all the way back here. You can bring your arms in a cactus to the side or straight out. Make sure that knee is not lifting off the mat. You're breathing deep. It's a beautiful hip opener, deep hip flexor stretch. Great for us athletes. And then come back up. Bring your legs forward. Shake them out again. And we're coming here into butterfly pose. If this is too much, you can always scooch your feet more forward so you're more in a diamond shaped position. We're going to open up the inner groin here. You may use some blocks under your knees if they're higher up. And then we lengthen out that spine. Use the block perhaps or none again and fold forward to open up the hips and the low back. And I'm just moving to the side. You stay where you at so you can see me a little bit better. We bend the knees, bringing that left leg over the right bent knee. The foot is not on the knee, it's free. Walk your hands behind you. So the more you're walking your arms towards your torso, the more you're lifting the chest, the more you're bringing your chest parallel to that top shin, the deeper the stretch will be. You're opening here again, the glute, the outer hip, the lower back. And then come out by bending your elbows. You stay in the same position. I just shifted here. Don't worry about what I'm doing. And now we're just going to put that right leg over that left so you can see the pose from the front. Hands again behind me, straight arms, long spine, lengthening or bringing my chest towards that parallel shin. Engaging your top foot and breathe. And me slowly coming back out of it again. Butterfly here your legs a few times, and then bring knees into the chest and turn your head from side to side with a long spine. And then we're going to pull here that left knee towards the buttocks and bring that other leg across for a twist. So you can either hug that knee or bring the arm diagonal across for a deeper twist. Right arm is behind. Make sure both sit bones are equally pressed down, and then let your head automatically go along, maybe looking over your shoulder. Shoulders go onto your back as you twist. Belly is in. And release, and mini counter twist to the other side. That's one of my really favorite things, those counter twists. And then we switch it up here to the other side, pulling now that right leg under, bringing that left leg on across on top, and make sure that left foot is completely planted on your mat, either hugging that left knee into the chest or bringing your arm across for a deeper twist. Tall spine. Inhale, exhale, pull the belly and twist from above the navel. Twisting goes hand in hand with opening your hips and low back. And then we counter twist here again. And then from here, I'm taking both knees on top of each other. My left knee is first, the right knee is in the bottom. You can put a block if your knees don't come down all the way. Try to line them up the best you can. It's like the cow face pose here, but we're concentrating on the hips today. And bringing your lower legs as parallel as you can, holding onto your feet, or doing the eagle arms. I'm just demonstrating this here. This is not my focus today, but maybe it's a bit easier for some people. Otherwise, holding onto your feet and letting your forehead come on top of that top knee. You're going to feel that in your outer hip and glute and low back. We come back up and we untangle, walk our feet to the edges and windshield wipe the knees in and out. Before we come here and do that same thing to the other side. Bringing now the right knee on the top. Lining up the legs to make a line. Press the hips down. Sit equally onto your sit bones. Lengthen your spine. And then slowly either come into those eagle arms or coming forward. Head is on top of the knee. Come back out. Try the eagle arms, switch it up. It's just a different dynamic. And we windshield wipe here again, either both knees or one at a time. Don't be so dogmatic about it, just to stretch it out. And then we're laying here that left leg parallel to the mat and stretching that right leg as we're bringing one or both hands onto the foot to lengthen the hamstrings. Tall spine. To the best you can by straightening that leg, and then we stir the part here, or we're rocking it back and forth to further open the hip before we laying that leg parallel on top of that left knee. And you can also cradle it here, either the cradle position or a bicep curl, what I'm showing here in a moment. Want to make sure that top knee or the top shin is parallel to your chest. Your foot is not caving in. If you're looking at your ankle, there is no wrinkle. Turn the foot like you're standing on it, so you're engaging here your arches. Wonderful, wonderful opening for your glutes and outer hip. Here, see, this is the bicep cradle. I don't know how you actually call that, but it's like you want to make a bicep curl. Some people prefer that, but it's the same thing, holding that leg parallel to your chest. And then you may use a block under your knee. Wiggle a little bit your sit bones in place. So you want to line up foot and knee and foot to make like a box rectangle. And then maybe letting a little bit more weight going onto that top knee gently. If you have flexibility and you can come all the way forward with your chest, go ahead and do so. I need to build that pose. You may start with a block under your forehead. Horizontal, vertical, flat, anything will work here. Breathing nice and deep into your hips and lower back. And we're going to come out again, shake the legs, and we're going to repeat all that to the other side. Pulling now that right knee parallel, straightening here that left leg, long spine. Stretching the hamstring. You can use both hands on your foot or one like I'm demonstrating. And then we're stirring the pot here again or opening by going back and forth. And we're coming into that cradle, either the bicep cradle here, engage that foot like you're standing on it, or put it into your right elbow crease, lining up the shin with your chest. Same principle here, the closer the chest, the taller the spine, the deeper you're going to feel that stretch. Letting go on your exhales is key, the release. And then we're going to lay that here into fire lock pose, either with a block under the top knee, or gently pressing it down, maybe using your fingers, your thumbs in your hip crease to open, or put a little extra weight on that top knee. And when you're ready, fold all the way forward or sit up nice and tall, finding your ability level today. Let go of any tension you might feeling here in your hips. Hip openers is work. It really is, but you feel amazing after you're done. Let's stretch here with one cactus. And then we're gonna untangle and grab our yoga strap. You can use a tie or a bathrobe tie, anything similar to this if you don't have a strap. And we're looping here our right foot right by the ball mount and lay flat on our back. Let the elbows glide all the way down to the mat, close to the body so it's comfortable. And we're straightening the leg towards the face the best we can. If you can't straighten it all the way towards your face, then go a little bit lower, but keep it straight. Let's transfer the strap into the right hand and open that straight leg towards the right, but not so low that you are lifting up your left hip. Stretching here the inner groin and your low back. Then transfer the strap or both ends into the left hand. Let your elbow go down and let that right leg fall over to the left. Keep that leg straight and point your big toe towards the floor to get a deep, deep opening in the IT band, outer hip and glute. And slowly coming back up, both arms grab the strap and lift maybe your shoulder, your face towards that leg and pull it in a bit more. And bending that knee here, letting the strap go and bring that knee to the outer chest and shoulder for one breath. Lengthening the leg and keep it there. It always feels longer when we do that because we stretch. Do not get up. I'm just going to show that from a different angle. Strapping now or looping now that left foot. Elbows going comfortable by your side onto the mat. Straighten that leg. Breathe into that hamstring. Keep that right leg on the floor engaged, and then bringing that leg out to your left as you transfer the strap. And then bringing the strap into the right hand and do likewise, letting that leg come all the way over to the right side, stretching the IT band, outer hip and glute again. That's a very deep stretch. A lot of people feel light pain and discomfort, so don't go so low. Make sure you're pointing the big toe towards the floor to intensify that stretch. Just come back up. Both ends in each hand, and lift your chest, your shoulders and your face towards that leg for a little bit of a deeper hamstring stretch. Bend that knee, bring it to the outer chest and shoulder for one breath. Hugging both knees now into the chest, and make some circles with your knees on the ceiling, massaging your sacrum, your lower back, and then go into the other directions 2 to 3 times. This is an all-seated floor yoga practice today. It's a great time to do this before bed. Yeah, of course, any time during the day, but before bed it's really relaxing. Now we're coming into threading the needle on your back. Bring your knees into the chest, folding here that left knee over, that left ankle over that right knee, taking your left hand and gently pushing that knee away, and with your right hand holding that foot and bring that gently towards you, so you easing up the hips. You can just perfectly stay here, or take your left hand into that opening in between your legs, bring the other hand from the outside, interlace your hands below your knee, and then gently pulling that knee towards the right shoulder and moving that knee away from the left shoulder. Opening the hips, the lower back and the glutes further. And then we're lining up the knees like we did earlier seated, finding the big toe or the outside of your feet, and lining up the legs the best we can, and bringing the top knee deeper into the chest. Now lengthen your tailbone to the mat, because when we're laying like that, the tailbone is lifted. So as you bringing that tailbone towards the mat, you intensify that stretch. And we're gonna let go, and we're gonna twist now here towards the left, the way we are. It's a really deep twist. You may take your left arm and bend it and hold that knee down, or just letting your arms go to the side, stretching deep into the lower back, outer hip, and IT bend. 2 to 3 breaths total. And then we're bringing it over to the other side. Twisting goes hand in hand with hip opening. You want to do this practice on a regular basis, at least 2 times a week, especially if you have tight hips. And then coming onto your back, shake out your legs, and we're gonna switch it up to the other side. So right leg bends, foot comes freely out over that left knee. Pushing gently with your right hand that knee away, and holding that foot, opening here the outer hip. Stay here, or take that right hand into that opening we created here again, and then interlacing here your hands below your left knee. Pulling here that left knee gently towards the left shoulder and moving that right knee away from your right shoulder. So your shin is parallel to the chest. Lengthen the tailbone again towards the mat, and breathe and let go. And then we Folding the knees on top of each other again, finding the big toe or the outer toes. Letting the top knee fold deeper into the chest. And remember that tailbone, lengthen it and press it a bit more actively into your mat. And then we're gonna drop everything over here to the left side, maybe holding that top knee down with our left arm. Turn the head over the right shoulder. On your next exhale, come over to the center and drop everything to the other side. Breathing deep, relaxing the best you can, and let go on your exhales. Pull that belly in, come back to center, untangle your legs, shake them out, hug your knees into the chest, maybe bringing your head and shoulders up. And then let everything go. We're almost done with our practice for today. You may windshield wipe your knees or one at a time, a few times to stretch here the the hip flexor, the quads. And then you either lengthen out into Shavasana right away, or bring the soles of your feet together, perhaps put a block under each knee, or just let them hang into the air, just for a few breaths to open up the groin. Make yourself comfortable the best you can. Maybe use a blanket. And relax here in Shavasana. You do not want to skip that. It's so important for the body to relax, and you reap the benefits of your practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, to tuning into my channel. Share your channel with your friends and family on your social media. Subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments. Give me some thumbs up. I really, really appreciate all my viewers. Thank you so much, and be blessed.